What is going on, everyone? We are back with the Pound and Slash Marvel Media Podcast.
Hey, we keeping that bitch in. I am Pound.
And I'm Slash.
Yeah.
We have quite a bit to go. Well, I won't say quite a bit. But we have a couple things we're going to go over. We're going to go over episode 2 of Miss Marvel, which I don't even know the title of now.
Crush.
Is it Crush?
Yes, I think that's what it's called. Crush.
Oh.
Yep.
I didn't create the thumbnail yet, so that's usually where I see the title and I'm like, okay, I got to remember that for the podcast.
Sometimes, hey, he about to like freestyle this shit sometimes.
So we're going to be talking about episode 2, which is apparently Crush. If we're wrong, and the thumbnail will be right. Don't worry about it. We're going to go over some news. I don't really have any like crazy things to talk about like we did last week. I'm trying to think. I think that's really it. No trailers dropped for anything.
I don't think we had, well...
And please note, this is going to be... We're not going to have an episode next week. We're going to come back the week after. And we're going to cover the next two episodes of Miss Marvel. I would like to say, going into this, my most exciting thing is... Well, there's two exciting things that we'll talk about. One, I'll hold off on until we get to it. But the other, I love being right.
That's the first thing he told me, I think Monday. He said, I love being right. I said, damn, yeah. That's like, okay, yeah, he's right then.
But... Well, partially right. Partially right so far.
We should have known. But here's the thing. Really, all y'all should have been right. Because, well, no, there's people who are like something else. And I'm like, no. Obviously, it's
right.
But,
so, with that being said, Ralphus, how about you hit us with the news?
Yes. Well, starting things off, we have... They're making a... is it Wonder Man?
Wonder Man show. Yep.
A Wonder Man show being developed. It's going to be a Hollywood satire. So it's gonna be a Hollywood satire.
So it's gonna be like Johnny Cage.
Yep, he's basically gonna be like the Johnny Cage of Marvel. I was gonna say power, but because Johnny Cage has powers too. But
so I don't know a whole lot about Wonder Man. I do know he's been in the comics that I've been reading lately. He showed up in one and then he died in the same comic. Now he does come back and he eventually becomes one of the Avengers. He got his powers from Red Skull. Not Red Skull. Baron Zemo.
Right.
And the evil people, whatever his fucking group name is.
Thunderbolts? No.
No.
Oh, the Masters of Evil.
Masters of Evil, something like
that. Right, okay.
And he joins up with them, like I said, for one issue, and then dies, saving the Avengers from them. Of course.
So I mean that's pretty cool that they want to cross this route. They were hinting this even in the MCU anyway.
He's going to be another character that there's going to be people that are going to be like, why do you guys keep doing shows on characters no one cares about?
Right.
And then again, go back to my thing last week. A lot of the characters that are in Marvel I didn't care about until they started getting movies and shows, and now I'm starting to become more invested in them.
Right, like Miss Marvel, for example.
Well, Miss Marvel's one I wanted them to do because she is I don't know much about her.
Right.
But she's a current huge character in the Marvel universe.
She still has a comic book run actually still going on right now.
Right. So I was excited for her to get a show. She-Hulk hit or miss, but as long as they keep it as like the court show that I'm hoping for,
that they were going for.
That'll be super dope. Even if not, as long as they give me a story that I find interesting. I don't know. We'll see.
And then we got the Hulk in there. I mean, that's going to be somewhat kind of fun to look at there too. We got Bruce Banner, so that's a great moment.
But yeah, so I'm interested in the Wonder Man show.
It's a satire, so you already know it's going to be funny. I mean, Marvel was fun, but this one's going to probably be more funny.
It's going to be one of those things that, like, to be honest, right now I don't really care about.
Right,
but the sooner we get, the closer we get to it, the more interested I'll be. It kind of rides that same line right now that Black Panther does for me. For the second Black Panther movie.
Right. Until you start seeing set photos and trailers and releases and teasers.
Yeah.
Then it's happening. I mean, I'm just happy. Like that's pretty cool. Like, cause I don't know too much about Wonder Man either. So I mean, I've seen him in the which we probably will end up pulling one day, is that crappy Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes. It's one where Ant-Man was the leader. That's the only time I saw Wonder Man.
Yeah, actually, so fun fact. Again, we had stopped doing the comic podcast episodes. I'm still reading the comics, though. And the Avengers lineup is new now. The last Avengers issue I read, Iron Man, Thor, Giant Man, and Wasp dipped.
Really?
But they brought in new people to take their place.
That's pretty interesting. So why they dip, or did they even say why they dip? Like,
well, Thor dipped because he had like the trial of the gods that he had to go do in the Thor comics,
and
some crazy shit.
Okay.
Which is funny because he eventually comes back to ask the Avengers for help, finds this new team, and he's like, "I don't trust you," and he dips out and
he does that. Bye, bitch. Like, oh god, he's gone.
But no, so
that should be Thor's thing. I don't like
others. The others dipped because Cap was off. He had just killed Baron Zemo, but he was also trapped in a place, and they had no clue where it was.
Right.
So they were like,
since
it was just the four of them at that point, and they were like, all of us could use a vacation. Let's try and hire some new people to take our places for a while. And it's not like they're gone permanently. Obviously,
they're gonna come back. But that's pretty neat though that they went that route.
But they wanted a vacation. Wow. So they brought in Hawkeye was the first.
Whoa.
And he straight up was like, look, I wanted to do good from the beginning.
Right.
Which he did.
Right. This is always Hawkeye's.
He was like, I wanted to do good from the beginning, but then I seen the Black Widow and fell in love. Even though she was a communist, I understood that while that is a bad thing, and I don't agree with that, like, she was way too beautiful and I loved her way too much to not do what she needed.
Oh, shit.
He's like,
I mean, and we knew this.
He's like, but
anyway.
He was like, but she got killed by their people, so
yeah,
I want to do good. I want to make up for the things that I have done. Can I join the team?
He basically wants a redemption arc.
So he joined, and then Wanda and Pietro joined as the other two to take.
Well, because you know what though, last time I remember reading, they were teetering that side anyway because they didn't want to kill.
Well, and
like compared to Magneto and the other guys,
and in one of the other X-Men, I say newer in terms of like you haven't read it,
right?
They had left Magneto because they were tired of doing bad,
right? I mean, well, that was their comments. Yeah. They
and I thought they were going to join the X-Men, but when the X-Men asked them if they wanted to join, they were like, no. But they heard the Avengers were having open tryouts. And so Pietro's like, Wanda, we should try and go join them and actually do good with our powers, where we won't be judged for being mutants. And so they go, and they're immediately accepted and joined in.
But you know why? They probably would not have been accepting the X-Men. Because of...
They would have been accepted by the X-Men. They wouldn't have been accepted by people.
Yeah, and I was going to say in the X-Men group, because remember, they were in the Brotherhood of Evil. I know they were doing certain things, like, to prevent it, but overall, they were still doing evil things, so I would still say there probably would have been a clash somewhere in there. Now, of course, Professor X probably would have settled it down, but it would have been a clash somewhere in there. They had joined the X-Men at least.
So then after that happens, Cap does come back during that same little section where they're all being brought in.
Yeah, you told me about Cap, and I was like, oh, Cap had his own little run.
And he's made the official leader of the Avengers while everyone's gone. Because if you remember before, everyone was equal parts leader.
Right.
But since he was the only original sticking around, he decided to stick with it.
Which that should be that is MCU because he gave him.
But it's weird. I thought for sure he was going to leave too, because in one of the last Avengers issues, I don't even think it was Avengers. I think it was one of his solo issues or whatever. He writes Colonel Fury saying that he wants to help him with the spy espionage thing, like join S.H.I.E.L.D.
Whoa.
So I have no clue how long that's going to take before he leaves to go do stuff with S.H.I.E.L.D. You've missed like I said, since we haven't been doing it as a podcast, like there's so much. I've probably read close to 40, 50 comics ahead of where we're at.
No, I like that concept, man.
And like Thor,
right? What happened to him?
Actually had his hammer partially broken in a fight with Absorbing Man.
Oh. Wow.
Absorbing Man's ball and chain touches touches his hammer, turns it the same
into that same
material,
right?
The Uru,
right? And
then he spins it back around and swings again, and when he goes to block with it, it chips it, and like the whole front half is missing.
How did that end?
So I was like, and he's still fighting Absorbing Man where I'm at now. Like I'm on like it's like a 15 straight Thor issue run, and I'm like almost finally done with it. And it's been this whole battle of the gods, and Loki's being a dick as always.
Good, but I never knew he got his hammer.
Yeah, he fixed it. He had to fix it himself. He went to Pittsburgh and went into one of their steel mills.
First of all, what?
And and fixed his own damn hammer.
It's like, hey yo, your hammer broken. Let's go to a steel mill. Like, ain't this bitch magical?
Right. I was
thing.
so confused. I was like, because even then I'm like, okay, so you fixed it in a Pittsburgh steel mill,
right.
But when it fully breaks and you leave it on New Asgard,
oh dear,
you can't fix it then.
He said, hey, he put that bitch in Ragnarok. He went the Ragnarok over, but this bitch broke on with Hela situation. So now,
but yeah, there's been a lot. Juggernaut's finally involved with the X-Men. The next X-Men issue I read is going to introduce the Sentinels, so that's got me excited.
Whoa.
It's
the
been
Sentinels they were the fun ones. Those are the fun little villains.
It's been a dope little ride. Speaking of dope little rides, before we get back to the news, I just want to say this. For those of you that don't know, and this is kind of comic book related, barely, there's a new Ninja Turtles game out.
Yeah.
Called Shredder's Revenge, or Return of Shredder. One of the two, I don't remember. Just came out last Friday. I'm probably about a quarter or halfway through the game. Myself, I got it, been playing it at work all day. It's fucking fantastic.
I've heard the reviews on it said it was good. They said it was a phenomenal, because it reminds you of the old
arcade games.
Arcade games that you played in the arcade, because just a little bit more twist to it. It's just a little slightly new to it.
And you can play online with up to 6 people at once.
That is crazy.
Which I probably won't ever do that, but I think it's cool.
He said, I
don't have friends to play. That's my problem. And I got it on Switch. So everybody that I would play with is probably on PlayStation or Xbox.
Right, they said, where are you at?
And I don't know if there's cross-platform, but yeah, check that out. It's fun. Anyways,
he's like, I want Nintendo, bro.
Next bit of news. I done droned on way too long about stupid shit.
No, it was good shit. Yeah, some comic book shit, and then you talked about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles shit. That's the shit. It's some nerd shit. Let's go. Anyway, Chris Evans says that he would love to return as the Human Torch in the MCU's multiverse. He said that would be an actual easy sell to me than coming back as Captain America, and that got fans upset because they're like, why can't you just come back as Captain America?
Well, again, fans are upset. What people don't realize are these actors go in and they do these roles, and they get to the point where actors want to do new things.
Well, yeah.
And there's only so many new things he felt he could do as Cap, and he's done them.
Right.
He feel like he's ran the gamut as Cap. There's nothing else. I mean, we even talked about that during last week's podcast.
Well, yeah, he said it was a heavy toll or something.
Well, he'd even gone on to say, it would have to be something super special for me to do that again, because he has so much respect for the character, so much love for the character, because it really, let's be honest, it's what pushed his career super far ahead of what it was.
Right? Because we didn't know who the hell.
So, with that being said, he didn't get the chance to do the Human Torch thing for very long. He did 2 movies. Mm. The first one was okay. The second one was absolute shit. And coming into the MCU as the Human Torch would be something new to him.
Because it reminds me of Andrew Garfield. Every time I keep reading this, at first I was like, really? And now I'm like, maybe he wants to do this. Maybe he wants to do the Human Torch. Let the man do it, because he probably wants to.
You know who Andrew Garfield should have came into the MCU as?
Who?
Fuck Harry Styles. He should have been Eros. He'd have been a good Eros.
He would have been coming in hey, what's up? He's coming through the portal and shit. Oh, that would have been lit. But and fans are and literally, I'm reading the tweets. They're like, what do you mean by that? He wants to be the Human Torch. He didn't really get that ride out as being Human Torch. He
wants to be a different hero. He's done everything he wanted to do with Cap. It's time for him to move on. That's why he's doing all these other movies now.
That would be so interesting.
Now, I think he will come back as Torch at some point for shits and giggles for a little side thing.
Just like when they did in Multiverse of Madness.
And I don't think it's going to... And here's what I want people to understand. I don't think it's going to be one of those things where he comes back and he's the Torch for, the next 12 movies.
Because that's what they're going to think. They're going to be like, oh, is he going to be for the next 5 or 10 years? No.
He's going to come back for Secret Wars or whatever, be the Human Torch, and then be done.
Right.
And that'll be it. And it's the same way, everybody's wanting dude that was Mr. Fantastic and... he's already said he doesn't want to be...
Yeah, he said he opened after the movie. He said he said he wouldn't want to come back or do a...
He doesn't want to do a long-term thing as Mr. Fantastic. So don't expect to see him come back.
Right. Like, he wants to do it, but he don't want to do, like, he don't want to be contract down. Like, here's the contract. Like,
the only person that I know that would love to come back as a further extent of the character that they were was the guy they have playing Black Bolt, and I don't think they'll bring him back for Black Bolt. I think he did his one cameo as Black Bolt, and
that's it.
If they decide to go an Inhuman route, hint, hint, wink, wink, to our conversation later, I don't think he's going to come back as that Black Bolt. He's getting too old. They're going to want somebody that can be around for 10, 15 years.
Well, remember we talked about that like 2 or 3 months ago. Like, we got to start signing contracts down here, because the first one was Captain America. Sam Wilson signed on for a 4 or 5 year contract. Boom, right off the bat. Like, okay, he was one of the first ones that got known before we trickled on to where we're at now.
Fun fact also, Black Knight's coming back.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Black Knight. Just like we go, hey, I just want him to do that thing.
He's coming back in Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to talk to you
as
about
Jon
that.
Snow.
Yeah, we talked about that, and I was like,
for a second, I was like, as long as it doesn't interfere with the stuff he's got to do. And then I got to thinking about it, I was like, let's be real. It's not going to interfere with the Marvel stuff. He'll find a way to do both.
Oh, yeah, what?
It's not going to be an issue for him.
That Marvel shit gonna make him more... That Marvel shit gonna make him more...
You know who I want to see in Marvel now?
Who?
Sasha Banks. She just got released she's supposedly just been released by the WWE.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So if she's not wrestling, and she's already in The Mandalorian as a character.
Yeah, she is. Fuck, I forgot. You're right. Yes,
bring her into the MCU.
Yeah, bring her in the MCU. I would totally do... What character would she play?
I don't know. Storm. Let her be Storm.
Oh,
yo!
Shit, Storm. I was gonna think about Storm. I really was. I said, Storm?
She would be a badass Storm.
Just ooh. Boom, just laying shit down. It's coming in.
Where's my phone?
Oh, no, bro. Hey, you have to look at that shit. Sasha Banks, look, and you know they got art of it. Look up Sasha Banks at Storm. We can be like, I got you, G. Sasha Banks at Storm. Oh, man, because bro. She got released?
It's rumored that she walked out on the WWE, dude. That's a no-no.
Oh, yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that shit. No, not in WWE.
Go ahead.
No, I got you. Next bit of news we got, and I think this is the one you liked, Depraved Slasher. How you say Samuel Lee? Samuel Lee, how you say it? Samuel Lee, and then we saw Chloe Bennett and...
I saw that picture.
Yeah, but I posted this on my little thing too.
Where she was like, I'm the first Asian, or...
oh dear. And yo, it sparked so many comments.
To be fair, she's not wrong. But also to be fair, she's also not right.
Stay up for like...
If you want to go that far, I am pretty sure...
Oh no.
Wasn't Jubilee in X3?
Yes.
And she was an Asian character.
Yes, I'm trying to think. Yeah, Jubilee was in the Apocalypse. Yeah, for like a brief second. Yep. Wow. And now everybody's
I'm talking about X3.
Oh, X-Men. No, I don't think she was not in that one. She was in the Apocalypse.
Jubilee. She wasn't in the original run?
No, she was the original one. She was in the
She might be the first Asian in Marvel. I mean, but she's like half Asian, so she's not technically like...
But everybody's like... First of all, somebody said, are they dating? Which, that's none of your business. I mean, hey, if it is, it is what it is. Secondly, they're like, we need to see this. Can they put her in here as Quake? Like, you know, the Quake comments start coming back up again because the picture that they saw to come together. And I'm like, well, I don't know, man. Would you mind seeing Quake? I mean, we've been asking for Quake to come in the MCU for like a long time. Even Chloe Bennett was asking, can I come like in the movies and all that, or TV show or whatever. But I feel like now Age of S.H.I.E.L.D. it did its purpose as what it was. So I don't know. It's just funny. I was watching that and I saw it on here. I said, like, Shang-Chi and them are together? Really? Interesting.
All right.
Let's see. Other bit of new... Oh, what's your I just read something stupid. Why are they making a live action Hercules? Sorry. Anyway, other bit of news. I don't...
He is a Marvel character. Oh, are you talking about Disney movie Hercules?
Yeah.
They're trying to do all their classics as live action. I actually have not disliked anything they've done live action so far that I've seen. that I've seen.
Okay, it's like
I have not seen Mulan. I have
you
not.
might like it.
I have not seen Lady and the Tramp.
Ooh, I heard about that one. I haven't seen anything. I heard that.
And I have not seen. I think that's it. I've liked all the others. Anyways.
All right. Anyway, the and I just saw that and I just was like, what? Anyways, the other bit of news we also have is fans are outraged. Like they always are, my friend. They always are outraged. They're outraged because they said that Universal may back out the deal. Now, this is, of course, take with a speck of salt. Because, rumor and all that. But fans are kind of upset because at first they thought that, Universal and Marvel were going to make a deal together. And now they say Universal may try to back out of the deal. And fans are, like, going to Universal Twitter and, like, they're, like, keyboard warring that shit, like, we want this Planet Hulk. You will give us. I swear. Oh, it gets worse.
Let me tell all of you Marvel fans.
They're going to Universal and tell them. Okay.
Here's the thing. Let me tell all of you Marvel fans a secret. Okay. Companies like Sony, Universal, Warner, the three of them combined.
Yeah.
Don't give a fuck.
Ain't that a bitch?
What the multitude of you think. And I only say this
and
because
that's not me.
as a reactor to music,
right.
all three of them
don't care.
Are quick to shut your shit down.
In fact, they will just not even... They won't even respond to it.
And Universal's the worst of the three.
Oh, they are.
They don't give a fuck.
They don't. Ain't that a bitch? And that's just anything. Where's the Monsterverse? Up your ass. Like, oh, okay. Yo, where we getting that Monsterverse? We don't care. They don't give a shit. And Sony, they're like 50-50. They'll at least tell you something. They'll at least give you something. Hey, you going to Universal? That's like talking to Elon Musk. Are you retarded? Like, you ain't gonna get no answer to Universal. Yeah, you don't even get their spokesperson. Yeah, it was like rumor and shit. I was like, wait, what? But let's see. Also, a bit of news we also have. This might be a little news, I think. Chris Evans says he couldn't have been more happier that Haley Atwell returned as Captain Carter. He basically gave her praise that she came back as
I'm glad character. She did.
And we all saw it.
Even if it's for a short stint, that's fine.
Hey, yeah, right. And I don't know, like, would she want to come back as Captain Carter?
Because
she couldn't.
We got her half off. We're good.
Got a discount for half off, huh? Okay. I can do this all day. No, you can't now. We got that. I can do this all day. She picked up that shit and went, wow. Like,
I'm half the girl I used to be.
That's awful. I didn't think that's how she was going to kill. Got you, Gilgamesh. Got you. I didn't think that's how she was going to kill it. She went,
by the time this comes out, we should also, by the way, because this is going to come, what's today? The 18th?
Oh, yeah.
Either today or tomorrow, if you're watching this, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness should be on Disney+.
Right. And the bloopers are funny. Them bloopers are funny. Like, they had Wanda doing, I'm gonna get you. I'm like, oh, no.
Get you, my pretty little dog.
She's doing the list. Like, I'm gonna get you. Heck nah. I only watch it. Nowadays, if I'm watching movies, I'm gonna watch it for the bloopers. Because them bloopers, they be going all out with the bloopers, man. They really do.
I just wish we could get some uncensored bloopers.
Oh, man. Where's this stream? Did I fuck this up? I know I fucked this up.
Right.
Language cap. I don't give a
fuck off.
Fuck off. Nah, man. I would like to get that. I wish they could let that release. I swear, what he says, we're going to break it. They better do that for Deadpool. They better do that for Deadpool. Be like, hey, we got uncensored bloopers.
It will. But it's also not going to be on Disney+.
Oh. That one you may have to actually...
Like, we don't give a damn about your star rating or your...
that one we may actually have to get a digital copy or like a copy of it because they're going to have the bloopers, but they ain't going to have the bloopers on that. No. Because Ryan Reynolds don't give a damn. He'll curse like a sailor. Let's see. The other bit of news we have. I think I don't think we mentioned this, but we did say that Wakanda Forever is they're done filming.
They all I did read somewhere. Where was it? Something started filming a show. Maybe it was even Loki season 2. I don't remember. One of the shows started filming.
Right now, I was trying to look for Venom 3. Finally got a script. I know that's
Yeah, don't care.
no
Sony needs to let that shit go. Let it go. Let it go.
You're right. And
no one gives a damn about your show.
And yeah, I like how Tom Hardy said this is gonna be my final film. This should have been your first film. Let me start.
This is gonna be his final thing in the MCU. Is that what he said?
No, I think he said this is gonna be his final film.
Oh, Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. That's Tom Hardy.
I thought you said
Tom Hardy.
No.
I said Tom.
I thought you were talking about Hiddleston for Loki because
that's like 50,000 times in this thing, bro. Like 20,000 Chris's in here. No, Tom Hardy said this is gonna be his final movie as Venom, and I said, "Bitch, this should have been your first movie as Venom."
He realizes none of us want it. It's not even his fault.
And it's
He's
so
a fine.
sad because he is a good actor.
He's a fine actor.
Damn.
Sony sucks so bad.
Well, I don't feel like they're letting him do his thing. I don't think they are. They're doing like Warner Brothers because they want to be like MCU. Everyone wants to be MCU. They're like micromanaging. But I feel like if they just had let Venom be Venom, we probably would have gotten like a decent one. But just like with Morbius and everything, they're just watching it. So it's like, nope, can't do that. So I feel like they're not letting Tom Hardy really truly embrace this character. Like I really don't think so. It's like there's some parts like he wants to try, but it's like no, time out. So here comes a Sony rep. Hey, Tom, you can't do that. Yeah, you executive producer, but we don't give a fuck. We are executive producers. Like, oh, okay. So he said this might be his final hoorah. Maybe they could throw. Maybe at the end they throw his ass in the MCU. Like I know they did, but actually, literally, just have him snowball into Peter Parker. Just oh my god, like he appears out of nowhere, like they did with Adrian Toomes. Just snowball his ass back into the MCU. Just they got Agent Toomes out, though. Just throw Ben back in there.
Right.
So, the also news you are right. Loki is coming back with a season 2. They're starting to film it. That was the thing you was talking about. They are starting to film for Loki season 2.
Oh, we knew we were getting a season 2 anyways.
But I think it started filming like 3 days ago. And of course, we're getting the guy that said, he said, I got you like a fish. I don't even know what a fish is. They got that dude coming back. So
Yes.
Right. Eugene Cardarum, I think that's his name. So they got him coming back as whatever or what as the guy that's like I got you like a fish. He said, "What's a fish?" It's like what? That's my lunch.
Yeah, they're paperweights.
Yeah, paperweight. Oh yeah, he said we use them as paperweights, the Infinity Stones. And I think you might be meaning Ironheart. Ironheart is starting.
It would have been Loki.
Okay, because Ironheart has begun filming now.
Nice.
So. Well, and right, they should be because
Riri, let's go!
Right, because we're going to be seeing her literally in Wakanda forever, so we should be. I'm hopefully that one of those post-credit scenes at the end of Wakanda forever should be literally Riri starting to suit this bitch together. So, which should be leading into this series right here. So we should be kind of moving along, right, with the whole everything. So why can't you be the Black Panther? No, I'm just kidding. No, let me stop because Shuri will be.
Who, me?
No, if you want to.
I know why I can't.
I'll go ahead and drink. I'm not going to spit this one because he'll tackle me because this is all looks like expensive shit right here. So I'm going to drink this one. It's because you're short. I know. Me too. That is not.
I am a middle-aged, overweight white dude.
Look, this is why we're going to cut. He don't cut this shit. He
don't.
puts this shit in here.
I do.
He said, you know what, I can't be black. I said, oh, okay, yeah, yeah. I'm trying to help you out. He said, no, I'm a middle-aged white dude. I'm like, oh, okay.
I'm more likely to be Claw than I am fucking...
Like if Claw came
Black
back.
Panther.
And you know what? You probably would kill that shit. Come in from another multiverse. We saw you die. Nah, motherfucker. Like, I came in from... I'm Earth 999 out this bitch.
Actually, according to people, my reface of Loki, I'd have been a great Loki.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that. I mean, yeah, you could.
That'd been so fun.
I'm
so mad.
Just like,
I should have just been an actor.
they went through your ass, and you like horror movies too. They would literally through you in every horror movie ever. Now, I don't know if you
And I would have.
Yeah.
Marvel would been like, hey, maybe.
Right.
I got like 5 more horror movies to film.
Right.
I get back at you.
Even if they're like B level, like, I don't care. Like you do like what Tony Todd be doing, just because like I said, he'll do B level movies too. So just
he don't give a fuck.
right, he'll be with unknown actors. I don't know who they are, but apparently Tony Todd likes them. I said okay, but I think that
I can be Mole Man. Hey Marvel, hit me up.
I can see that Mole Man.
I'd be Mole Man.
For the Fantastic, be like the first Fantastic Four villain, I think. Yeah, be like I've been hiding underneath, like yeah, like arc your back like that. It's just like
I've already got back problems. I don't even have to arc my back. I just stand there.
Don't even. I got you, Sue Storm. Oh shit! How did you? First of all, how did you get Sue Storm?
So pretty.
You're so pretty. You and my friends down here, the monsters, will love you forever. Like, oh my god. Like, what's happening? I can do better than what Namor could not do.
Would you like to fight my dildo monsters?
That's what I'll throw you at. You know what? Just for that comment, your ass is going to Black Panther. Yeah, hey, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. Breaking
Hey, Bob!
And he was yelling at shit.
I was yelling at work.
And they looked at him like they didn't give no.
Like whatever. It's just Nick being Nick. Just let him go. Let him go.
They did not give a fuck, bro. And why? Like
I don't know what I don't know what causes it, dude. Every time we're at work and you mention Black Panther, the first thing that comes to mind is hey, Bobby! Hey, Bobby!
All we think of it's just always the Infinity War. Hey, Bobby! Boom! They get loud with that motherfucker too. Like okay. Oh boy. Harry Styles said he and Patton Oswalt, Pip the Troll from the Turtles, would love a Star Fox spinoff.
I'm good.
Oh, you don't want Harry Styles? Come on.
Nah, I'm good.
And like, yo, we would love to have a spinoff, and
I'd love to say let's not.
Yeah, we'll tell that to Agatha Harkness.
It's fucking crap. I almost always forget about that, and then you bring it back up. You fucking asshole.
You know why she's gonna come back? Because Scarlet Witch dipped out of this reality, so she's gonna really get her conscience back.
I hope Mickey bends you over and spanks you.
And then that's where we're gonna see Ralph. We're gonna and just to piss off fans, that's where Ralph Boner gonna be, and Ralph gonna be in there too. Yep, for all the episodes. Just to piss you off. He ain't gonna be Quicksilver. Nope, Ralph Boner. That's all he. Just to piss off fans. Just be like, how you gonna have this motherfucker Evan Peters in here? Like, he's Ralph Boner. He's not Quicksilver.
I'm here for it.
No, I would be too. And we go. I feel like you're just gonna shit on this whole when that series does drop.
I hope it proves me wrong. I hope it's really good.
I hope it is too. Cause it's not gonna be.
Don't care. That's my problem.
And yet somehow it keeps coming down. Like, what's that? The chick that plays Agnes, she's like, I am so happy that I get to play this character. We get to explore her levels of craziness. I'm like, oh shit. She's like Doctor Strange crazy, like or Wanda crazy. Like, how crazy we going?
She did kill her family.
Well, they try to kill her. So she said, I'm draining your power. Like, I'm taking your shit. Let's see. I think. Oh, Ginger Gonzaga has praised Disney Plus series as a smart satire. So basically, she's praising that she's like, you know, because we've been asking her how you feel about She-Hulk and where it's going. She's like, I'm honored to play. She's happy. She likes the satire that it's bringing into the party. So, I think that is everything. Julian Hillard, who played Billy Maximoff, he's returning to Agatha Harkness. So one of Wanda's kids are
nice.
So one of
Which means we'll probably get both of them.
Right, probably get both of them. So that is interesting. That you got Wanda's kids joining Agatha Harkness. I don't know. I mean, I guess until we actually see the trailer, I don't know why.
That's going to be where Mephisto comes in.
That has to be. if you don't, yo, they about to, hey, these little, hey, I can't stop laughing because you know damn well, if that's how we gonna do this shit, these kids ain't real. It's Mephisto. Oh my god, these kids are gonna, and like these fans are gonna be like, I knew it. It's gonna, hey, they gonna break their own keyboard.
Right.
Oh shit, that's crazy. But yeah, he's coming back along with the other one that they said, and he even said all they had to do was ask, and he's like, yeah, I'm in. Me, like, everyone can see my cohort, my brother, whatever, and let's do this. So. Yeah. Anyway, Captain Marvel 2 will also undergo reshoots starting in August, even with Samuel Jackson. So maybe they'll finally get rid of Captain Marvel. No, they're not. Come on now.
She's gonna be around just for you. All right.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right. So Miss Marvel episode 2.
Yep.
Crush.
Yes.
I think. All right, so I'm going to keep up with the same setup we had last week. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the rating now, and then we'll talk about it. I'm actually giving this one an 8 out of 10.
I think I'm giving this one an 8. I gave the first one a 7. This one I'm giving an 8. I like the whole thing.
I thought it was an absolutely fantastic episode. One of the reasons it gets rated lower for me...
Yeah, he gave it a 9
is...
the first episode.
Fuck, dude. There's one thing going on in this series, and while it makes sense, it's super relatable to me in a negative way. We'll get to that in a moment. Some things that I will praise it for. First off, for those of you that don't watch the Hella Depraved reaction channel, which is just Hella Depraved,
right?
There is a musical artist that we've been reacting to for a few months now. That was introduced to us by our Indian community. And one of her songs did not pop up in the first episode. And I was hoping she would pop up at some point, at least one of her songs at some point.
Right.
Throughout this series. And it did.
Yep.
One of her songs did in this one. And it's a song called Goddess.
Oh,
and it's cool. Raja Kumari feature. Well, it's not a feature. It's 3 people that do it. I don't remember who the other 2 people are. I haven't heard them before.
Right.
But Raja.
Oh, so that was okay. That's her. Okay.
But Raja Kumari was the one was the female rapping in English.
Right.
Absolutely love her music. Absolutely thrilled that.
Wow.
Like I said, she came in and...
Right, because I didn't know who that was until you guys started talking about it. I was like, that was her?
I heard her voice, and immediately... So I had to watch... I watched this episode with my son. I didn't watch it with Kat. And usually all these episodes I watch with Kat.
Right.
She wasn't feeling very good that night. Justin wanted to wake up and watch it with me. He'd watched the first episode while I was at work that day. And he told me, like, when you come home, come wake me up when you're about to watch it. I want to watch it with you. And I was like, all right, cool.
That's cool.
And as soon as I heard her start rapping, I ran into the bedroom. I went, baby! Because Raja's her favorite Indian rap artist.
Okay.
I said, baby! And she's like, what? I said, do you hear that? And she couldn't because her TV was up too loud to be able to hear it. I was like, Raja's got a song on episode 2 of Miss Marvel.
Wow.
And Kat was like, yes! And I was super excited.
I was digging the whole vibe that she was going. This is like my first time hearing her. I was like, I'm digging what she's putting down. Because it's not bad. It was not bad, actually.
From what I heard, it was a super dope song.
Yeah.
We're going to react to that sometime this weekend.
I'm going to put that in my playlist. Damn. Now that I've re-listened to it now, rewatched the episode. It's pretty cool.
It was pretty dope. That's one of the things of praise. I know that's a weird thing to praise, but like, it's really cool. Again, just like having the Indian community always give us new Indian songs to listen to. So like when there's one that we absolutely love, like there's another person I would love to hear on this, but I don't think we will because I think they're focusing on like the female artists in India. There's another one by the name of Brada V. I would love to hear one of his songs on there. I don't think we'll get it because, like I said, he's a guy. So, and
well, it's just like the what's that chick that did the Carousel? I didn't know she sung that song until after like I heard it with you guys, like from other songs, because I've only heard it from American Horror Stories Freak Show, and I'm like, that's kind of interesting that, you know, how that can try with each other. It's like, wait, she made that carousel song? I'm like, who is this? Like, oh, that's Martinez. Like, really? Right. But that's pretty cool to see that in there for, like, that's how I feel with that situation. So,
I love, by the way, that I'm at least partially right so far. We don't know if we're fully right yet.
Right, we got at least, because like I said,
we got to see how it goes on.
Right, we got to see how it plays off.
But there was that scene where the guy was scanning her
with
his
and he was
with
showing
his iPad.
you the heat signatures were coming inside of her body.
And he's like, the power isn't in the bands.
Right,
it's coming from within you.
Within you.
And that was one of the things I had predicted last week. I said she's going to end up with these powers and not even need the bands to use them. And I'm pretty sure that the band, or the bangle, is going to be, however it is that triggers the Terrigen transformation for her, for the people in her family.
Right.
And I'm guessing the same thing is going to happen with other Inhumans and others.
But they're probably going to have the bangles to trigger.
Well, not necessarily bangles for everything, but the bangles work within the Indian, well, the Pakistani community. Whereas we might see something happen with another Inhuman from another sect somewhere else in another part of the world who will have a different item that they put on, and it causes the same.
So each item will be like something that will trigger your Terrigen Mist. Which that's pretty cool. So, and I like the concept. I mean, even though we're not really suggesting it's Terrigen Mist or not, I like the concept, like the aura, like even with Monica or Captain Marvel, had they been hit by a certain color type situation, like that's their mist activating actually. So,
we also get to learn a little bit about her family history. Not much, but a little bit.
Like a small amount.
So I absolutely... her mom refuses to talk about great-grandma.
Right, because great-grandma...
Because great-grandma... Now, grandma...
Right, grandma...
is a very sweet lady.
Right.
That's who Kamala called...
Right, on the phone.
To try and talk to, and she was like, I don't know if I should tell you about it.
Right.
And... but great-grandma
is a whole different breed.
And I am pretty sure... So, we see great-grandma twice.
I was going to say, I thought it was once, but we saw it twice. Right.
She pops up the first time. She's the Vision.
Yep.
That she sees when she saves the boy.
That was obvious. What was the second time?
And the second time is in the backseat of the car at the very end of the episode.
Right.
Same lady.
Creepy as hell.
That's going to be great-grandma. Now, obviously, we know the dude that Kamala has a crush on is her son, which was going to make him family. So he was definitely put in place to get her attention, to get her away from everybody.
This is all a scheme.
Because Grandma wants... I'm basically pretty much saying I think Grandma is going to want to turn her into a villain.
Right. Which, wow, that's crazy. And some people were saying that could great-grandma be an Eternal? Because, like, how do you still look the same as you were back then?
Inhumans age differently.
And then that's somebody else that say that Inhumans age differently. Like, because they were saying it was an Eternal, because how you can be artificial, or you can, like, say Inhumans because how they age very slowly.
Think of it even in, like, the mutant form, right? If you look at the mutants and you look at Wolverine.
Right.
Wolverine hadn't aged a day in his life in the comics.
He's about 100 years old.
And for fucking ever. I mean, they eventually did the whole old man Logan thing later.
Right,
but, I mean, for most of his existence in the comics, he's always been about looking the same age.
Right.
Everybody else gets older around him, even Scott.
Yeah.
Jean.
Yep.
They all get older.
Beast, all of them, everybody.
And he always looks like he's like 43. Always.
I was going to say at least 30. I was going to say 35. He said 43. Come on, give him some credit.
But no. So Grandma's still alive and kicking. Her powers are what's been helping her
stay around.
But
she looked this. I was like, bitch, what is happening? Yeah.
And okay, so the kid that tricks her into liking him so that he can get her away.
Right.
He's a part of my problem with this episode, not because he did a bad job. That the story doesn't bother me there. Mm-hmm. I can heavily relate to Bruno, and it irritates me.
He told me, he said, you better grab her.
Now, in the long lifespan of my life, all 36 years of it, everything turned out fine in the end. But I've been in that situation
where
at
least somebody.
I've liked a girl,
right,
And you have those moments where you think there could be a connection, but then the girl always goes off with some dude that more fits the look that they're typically going for. And you always end up being the guy that they come back to when they when they break up, and you're like the shoulder they
live. Fall down guy.
He's getting friend zoned.
Well, it's like the pool scene. That belly flop, blah, 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 blah. He said, look over. He said, well, that's it.
Like, if you remember back to the first episode, they had that connection when they're on the rooftop, and you actually think they're about to kiss.
Right.
But then they get up and start play fighting. And then, like, there's the scene in this episode where she falls on top of him or something, and they're laying there, and they're, like, face to face. And you could sense there's that connection, and then she just gets up, and everything moves on like nothing ever happened. And it's
this should be lazy writing right there in a way.
It's not lazy writing. They're doing this on purpose because I do think they're going to end up either together, or she's going to explain to him like, "Hey,
I can't do this kind of hero.
I don't want to be in a relationship," which is fine if they go that route too.
Spider-Man shit that like, hey, I can't do it.
But it's also a warning to guys out there, like,
right.
I am not saying males and females cannot be friends.
Right.
But if you're a guy and you become a friend with a female and you start having feelings for said female, you need to tell them. And if
because right now he's balling it up right now.
And I'm telling you 100%, if they tell you in response and they say something like, "Well, I don't feel that way about you," in the friendship, because you're not going to be able to stop feeling that way about them.
Right.
You're going to constantly hope that they see something in you. And chances are,
with Bruno. He's
and chances are they just won't. And that's kind of Bruno's problem. He needs to tell her.
That's my prediction.
I was joking with Ralph. I was like, he just needs to grab her ass.
Bro, he told me that at work. I said, what? I'm trying to watch 10 trailers right now. He's like, he just needs to grab her ass. Like, huh?
Right.
like, bro, we gotta keep it rated PG, bro. He's like, nah, just there you go, just for you.
They talk about America's ass in fucking Avengers. They grab her ass.
They did talk about.
No, don't do that. It's a kid's show. No, I'm just saying, like, he needs to tell her that he cares about her.
At least tell her, like, hey, I like you, you like me.
And if she goes along the lines and says something like, you know, we can't be friends. All right, cool. Well, I have this opportunity in Cali. Take care.
Hey, that's how he. Hey, I got an opportunity elsewhere, and then a plane just comes out of nowhere. Where'd the plane come from? I gotta go.
Take out my sticky gun.
Right.
Stick to this plane. I'm done.
Pace my Pete. Thor, you up here too? Yeah, I gotta go. I didn't like my team. Bye, bitch.
He ain't even Pace Pop Pete anymore in the comics. He's Trapster.
He's
changed his name.
PPP changed.
He's actually on a team with 3 other people.
Lord.
They call themselves the Fearful Foursome. It's him, the Wizard, Sandman, and Medusa.
And let me tell you, fuck both of them. Fuck Sandman and Medusa. Give me the Wizard and Pace Pop Pete. We'll take over the Marvel Universe.
And Wizard's actually
I know Wizard.
A lot cooler now.
Like, yeah, he's got a lot. Like I did read a little about that. He got a little bit better. He's got
a cool little costume too. Looks like Magneto.
Because he likes that.
He looks like a Wish Magneto. Let me correct that.
A Wish Magneto. Okay.
But
yeah.
But no. So those are like that irritated me.
That's good. That's good. A lot of people.
And there's something else that irritates me, but it's more because of the cultural difference, and it's not that. I understand the culture. It's not one of the things that I'm going to go in and like rage and be like, "Oh, you guys need to change your ways."
Right? Because that's their religion.
That's their religion. But one of the things that drives me nuts is the whole separating the women from men in the mosque, and then having them sit behind a wall as to not be a distraction.
Yeah.
How are women ever to feel like they're a part of that religion if they're not a part of the actual sermon?
And these are, I think this is a female. I mean, what like this? I'm trying to get her culture right. It's like this is a part. This is their culture person who was writing this, and this she's trying to show you that because somebody's like is this somebody that's not part? No, this is literally a person who's got the whole thing get up on everything. She's writing and showing you this is how we do it in that culture. So that's why I can't give it a full 10. Because it's like once again it's that. Bear is that ground. Like I said in the first one, it's that split between it. It's like, because every time I did get a little upset, and I was like, well, why don't they do this? And I said, I got to go back to it once again. Right. This is their thing. In fact, she's right. She's the writer. You got a literal person of that culture literally writing what they normally would do.
Right.
So I can't get mad at that if you actually got somebody actually really doing it. So, but
yeah, that's I love seeing that old girl. It's Kamala's best friend.
Right.
Is going to run to try and run for whatever
I like how the beginning
position
too,
of power she's going into.
I like how the beginning too. She's the one that she's like, it was the flash of light, like something grabbed you. It was a head. She said it was a flash of light that got me.
A couple cool other moments that I do want to touch on before we start to wrap this up. She gets to full on save her first person,
right,
and she kind of fails at it.
Yeah, she does. Hard.
The kid at least lives, but she messed up.
No,
when trying to save the kid, and it's not all her fault. The kid kind of fucked some things up too.
Right.
But when her grandmother showed up, or great grandmother showed up to her in her little vision, which caused her to lose concentration.
Right. That should have, man.
That kind of sucked for her, not me. I thought
her grandmother said.
And then she did everything in her power to try and save him, and he's like ping-ponging down the fucking things.
Yo, because I thought that kid was about to become gone from this MCU. I was like, well...
He ain't going to be in the next series.
He ain't going to make it to the movies the next year. He wanted to look at Miss Marvel's. Fuck that. Like, that's not happening.
And we get what was honestly probably my second favorite moment of this entire show, and it's so minuscule, and it's one of the reasons I still give it an 8. We get an Eternals reference, and I was so... excited
he talked about
because there's a conversation between Kamala and the guy that she's interested in, which is probably gonna be like her great uncle or some shit like that. Right. But so they're sitting there together and they're talking about, one of them's like the guy. He's like, yeah, my mom's favorite Bollywood actor is Kangal Senior.
Yep.
And she's like, yeah, my mom's favorite actor is Kangal. So
there you go.
And it's all the same guy.
It's all the same.
And nobody knows that.
Right, because remember he's been doing this for about thousands of years, 100,000 billion years. So yeah, same guy.
So getting the Kangal reference in the movie or in the show, I was so excited because I'm so I want to see the Eternals do more and be mentioned more. Right, damn. Because I really enjoyed the movie, and I'm so mad that people hated it for stupid reasons. Yeah. But yeah, I was thrilled. And I jumped up and was like, "Ah!"
Right. No, that's a crossover compared to what we didn't get from Moon Knight. I mean, like you said, we only had that GRC poster, but that was just a fading thing. This one, they're actually saying, "Oh yeah, Kangal, yeah, like." But my grandma was like Kangal too. It's like, same person doing the dance and everything. So I like that. That was a good nod. See, that's why I give it 8 because you threw an Easter egg along with other shit too. There was other Easter eggs in there too. Screen Crush broke it down like the Ant-Man thing going on. Like, oh yeah, when she said she shrunk, I jumped for joy there too. She said I tried to shrink my body. That didn't work. Yeah. Like, what the?
Which is funny because in the comics she can a little bit.
Yeah, she can.
Not to the size that Ant-Man does.
No. But that's kind of funny. Like, she tried to do it. Ant-Man wants
She's like, I tried to sing. She said, I tried to shrink, tried to talk to ants.
Yeah, I talked to ants. I was like, let's go.
She had mentioned another power she tried to. I can't remember right off the top of my head what it was. And she was like, yeah, none of it worked.
It never worked. I was like, yes. This is what we want. To be fair, this is what we want. This is what we want right here. Crossovers. Story, like funny, like she's like I said, she's having fun with it too.
And to be honest, so far the series has had great pacing. Yep. Like the whole first episode was very high, energetic.
Right. This was kind of like
and she got her powers before the episode was over. Right. Got to use them just a little bit.
She went to school cocky as hell. I was like, damn.
And then
playing Mace.
And then this episode, it was a little bit more slowed down. Right. Started introducing an actual love interest that's gonna not end up being a love interest.
That's gonna be your brother.
And it's gonna be like an uncle cousin or something stupid. Actually, it's probably gonna be your cousin. And the reason I say is because they made that joke where she was like, "Yeah, this is our cousin," when her brother walked in, and he was like, "Oh, I think I remember you." And it's probably really going to be her cousin.
Did you see Damage Control come back again too? Like they can't. And, I mean, I know they're gonna look up. This is their thing, but they are. I feel like they closing it too. But that's my point.
I hope they get fucked up. I hope Captain Marvel comes down and tells them to fuck
Please
off.
that would be the most season finale ever. They just come and she just comes out of nowhere. Superman dies.
Like, you are not
right. That's it.
gonna mess with this girl.
They're, right.
This is Miss Marvel. And then that's how the series ends. No.
Right. No credits.
No, I don't think that's how it's actually going to end.
But that'd be cool, though, because they were hinting that Brie Larson's supposed to be coming down here.
I do think Brie Larson's going to show up at the very last episode, like I said.
At least the last episode. Not like this last episode.
It'll be a post-credit scene to give her name.
Right.
Because
them trolls, they right on her tail, too, apparently. So, yeah, that's happening.
But yeah, so...
See, I forgot about her, but you forgot about damage control. Yeah, no, I mean, if you but like people would be like, oh, that's a thing. Like, no, they're there in the background.
Right. All right, so with that being said, I think that's going to wrap it up. Did you have anything you wanted to add?
This was not a bad show. Not a bad show so far. I'm enjoying it.
I'm enjoying it 10 times more than I enjoyed Moon Knight. It's great. I've loved every moment of this.
And she's enjoying. Once again, she's doing like that. She like the first thing she did. What's happening? What's good? Like, this is good. She's literally embracing the fact that I am that dude. I am that girl. What's happening?
Right.
I like it.
So just as a reminder, we're probably not going to have an episode next week. Ralph is going on vacation to go hang out with Mickey Mouse. I was going to say some things that aren't proper for YouTube. But yeah, so he's going to go hang out with Mickey Mouse.
Right, he's going to in his special castle. In his special castle, huh? Yeah.
Something
like that with Goofy and Donald and all that. Just like, oh, we're here for this too?
Yeah. Menage a trois. So yeah, he's gonna go hang out with Mickey and his mom.
Oh God, Mom gotta stay outside. Mom gotta stay outside. I'm gonna pin this to Little Nicky too. Little Nicky, guess what? We had a Dutch. I don't know where my mom and parents went to. They vanished somewhere.
So we're probably not going to have an episode next week. And if we don't, the following week we'll be doing 2 episodes at once. We'll be talking about episodes 3 and 4.
3 and 4. Yep.
But yeah.
Which I will be watching. I'm going to watch. Matter of fact, I'm going to text your ass too. That's on that Wednesday. I'm like, hey, yo. Did you catch that episode?
Damn straight.
You know I. Exactly.
Ralph's like, I was watching it while sitting on the It's a Small World. Fuck this ride. Fuck this ride.
You know what? I don't know why my parents like it. I'm literally gonna pop that bitch in and be like, oh yeah, it's a small world after. Oh my God! And Miss Marvel catching people, and they be like, what the hell is going on back there? I'm watching Miss Marvel. I'm watching Disney at Disney. Let's go.
All right, so. We're out of here. We'll see you all. I'll see you all either next week or we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Later.
We love you all. Thank you all for watching. Excelsior!